feed Salone project na inside these 5 game changers na the #1 subject. And we see how than they don't go. How don't they go? Where we been on the talk about agriculture in this country, it go interesting for no see we not be get any foundation. You don't understand? Every other person we don't talk about agriculture in this country. Now, when President Bio come make a priority, we don't begin for see headway. How? But how you go do agriculture? You know, even do soil survey. You for able for talk say, okay, be na bas na we plant yabas na be it the better. St. Edwards we plant cassava be na it the better. Prince of Wales we plant plant potato day is the better. So we don't get anything of that nature. Everybody just the grab no more the plant. We see 24/7 people in the plant rest where they go along this McKinney Highway. But at the end of the day, they're not able to get any dividend out of the team.
And we get a government with a campaign on feeding Sierra Leone. And as a campaign on feeding Sierra Leone, then try to align the big 5 changes with the sustainable development goals. And under that feed Salone, they say hunger na one thing we need for tackle. So if hunger na one thing we need for tackle as a nation, they wonder why the government want increase tax on the food or the import as of now. 2, project for increase to 5% again. Then 3, a government will already spend more than $34 million into the rice production with a launched summer boom.
We're telling us today in this edition of the Breakfast Show, we can look back 6 years of the BU administration, how far the government don't go for address citizen and welfare. Now that issue that we discuss in this edition of the Breakfast Show. And as a team, we decide for talk to the members of parliament because then are the people's representation. And then they pass law them where at the end of the day, different institutions and what they work on that governments for implement, for address different things and we get for do with the social contract where government gets with the people of Sierra Leone. Well, now a pleasure this morning for welcome the members of parliament where we invite for can discuss this topic on how far governments they for address the issues and we get for do it people and welfare. First we go introduce Honorable Tamba Simeon Johnny from the Sierra Leone People's Party SLPP. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show. Okay, we're also going to the studio with me this morning, Honorable Dr. Umfasoriji Koroma from the All People's Congress, APC Party. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, like I don't tell the viewers, today we just want to can look back. Una in a parliament, they pass the law them, now they make the law them where institutions, them under governments, they implement for ensure see any administration where they empower able for do the thing that we can promise Salone people and say then they do the social contract that we can go into for election period. Now the elections are over 6 years down the line. Let me just start from the Salone People's Party MP, Honorable Johnny. Just start for tell the viewers and force as a member of parliament they represent the Salone People's Party. How you would describe how this BU administration don't able for handle issues of people and welfare, especially when it comes to the bread and butter issue?
Thank you very much, Miss Sister, for that question there. When President Bio then they elect him in 2018, they been get a range of goals where he been set. We all been see in first term, he been prioritize education. We been introduced the free quality education. We see how they don't go in the country. We see the impact we don't get positively in the lives of people. We see how we gain global recognition in terms of the achievement the way we don't make now this free quality education. We see how other countries they come here for can learn from the Sierra Leonean model when it comes to affordable education for everybody. And after the 5 years done, they come back for a second mandate. He come not say well now. This education we don't be on track now. What we for come now with that now the one we get for do with eat, because whether you want to be educated, if you're hungry, you're not able to go to school. whether you anything we get for do, if very full somebody we angry, no sabi fine yourself, no sabi fine chair. You don't understand already, but now waiting for it. So the president came with the 5 big change, and among them 5 big change here. The first one we did in the Feed Salone program. This Feed Salone program, they take a year now, and we see strives and way the government don't do for CC, because we're not able for get what we want if we still depend on with marriage. We're not going to get what we want if we still depend on then chicken where they come out from Brazil, from Brazil to Air Force, then chicken then they force it gets a lot of controversies behind them where you go to watch online, somebody go just guy see then chook one chicken under small chicken, but they try to make it don't bump, it don't get body. And people get then they associate with a lot of health challenges. So you find out say, well no, rest na carbohydrates, we need nutrition. This guy forget for any egg and other things that we get for prepare the rest. So a cow diversified things, the Feed Salone project na inside these 5 game changers na the #1 subject. And we see how than they don't go. How don't they go? Where we been on the talk about agriculture in this country, it go interesting for no see we not be get any foundation. You don't understand. Every other person we don't talk about agriculture in this country. Now, when President Bio come make a priority, we don't begin for see headway. How? But how you go do agriculture? Even do soil survey. You for able for talk say, okay, bay na bas na we plant yabas na bay is the better. St. Edwards we plant cassava day na is the better. Prince of Wales we plant plant potato day is the better. So we don't get anything of that nature. Everybody just the grab no more the plant. We see 24/7 people in the plant rest where they go along this McKinney Highway. But at the end of the day, they're not able to get any dividend out of the thing. In fact, they breed themselves what they use at this country. Places down like then Vietnam, then China, then Taiwan, then Pakistan. 1 acre. 1 hectare. They give them 13 to 14 tons of rice. Salone now 1.5 ton to 2 ton of rice now they get per hectare. Where then they not get any so we go carry go. So we need for also get breeders. We go come with new breeds. So we find out say we been get sites then we say them in do their research then places like Rokupu, places like Nabakali, you don't understand. So the president it try for us to put them TI in place. How you go do agriculture without electricity? How you go do agriculture for railroad not even there for go na the place where you get for do the farm. So they're able to identify this country, say no divide them into ecological areas. Also we feel say na ya we able for grow rice, now we able for grow cassava, now we able for grow. But we all know say by even the layman perspective that places like Tomabom, places like Bondapi, places like Mambolo, now places and na small effort in it for apply for do for we do rice for let get high heat, you don't understand. But what's in the facility when you harvest the rice, pass the person get for go dram. How you get for reduce the moisture content? How you get for mill the rice? How you get for even take it to the market? Fertilizers, them places and then a riverland area. How you get for take machines to them places and they. So all this 1 year, even though there are a lot of plowing where they go on, but the president focus on putting the structures there so that tomorrow when we say now, let's make one thing very clear. We know we're ever able for feed yourself if we only depend on annual production. We plant like we have been in a village, we plant this October or June. Then September, December, we harvest, pass wait back next year back before ever we plant. I know. In other places, for one, now then 3, then quarterly. So you not be able to do quarter harvesting if you not get treating and quality irrigation system.
All right, Honorable, we will come back to you. Viewers, in case you just tune in, they watch the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television. And today, in the program, we get two lawmakers, the members of parliament, where they represent the people them na parliament as they did for ensure say they make law them where they favor the people them. So today, they look at President Bill 6 years down the line. In first time, it talk about the bread and butter issues them, we be very famous during in first time na office. And now, in second time, it talk about the feed salon program. So they can unpack the feed salon program, but they take back a look at how the bread and butter issue, the strategy them, where the bill-led administration be used for tackle the bread and butter issues them for the people them. We get two members of parliament, just lawyer from Honorable Tamba Senior Johnny, in a SLPP member of parliament, and now they come to the APC member of parliament when a Honorable Dr. Umfasori G. Koroma, in the represent people them na the Western Urban District, and also in a the spokesperson for the member of parliament them where they represent the All People's Congress APC party. Honorable, you just don't listen to you colleague member of parliament, and as we put the question today, would they look at the welfare of the citizen? President Bill in 2018, he talk about bread and butter. 2023, we come for campaign again. He talk about the big 5 game changer there, and one of the priority them inside them big 5 game changer then are the feed salon initiative, where in governments don't begin for implement. Looking back, how it be handle the bread and butter issue? What now your assessment?
First of all, I think the president's campaign on the food issue in the country. We go on record for say the people of Sierra Leone are tired of paying for a bag of rice for 200,000 leones. 5-6 years later, the people are paying 1,200, which is pretty much 1,200,000 or 1,300,000, or the lowest 950,000. And they use the old leons because he campaigned on 200,000 leons. Then the government came into prominence. Then when they come, then begin to talk about free education. Yes, then talk about the changing the system of the 6344 to 6334. But indeed, we all see the problem at the country at that material time, according to their own campaign, was food security. As you state, they campaign on bread and butter issues. So clearly, my government will pretty much put the cart before the horse. What my colleague will explain now pretty much all the narrative, the literature we get for go, and the technology and the engineering we get for go into rice production. We all get it. But what we face now as a country is that we have a nation that is very hungry. We have a nation we rank seriously hungry at the world scale. Rank 117 out of 127 countries. We get a nation who don't invest immensely in agriculture, and we get a government who don't campaign on feeding Sierra Leone. And as a campaign on feeding Sierra Leone, they try to align the big 5 changes with the sustainable development goals. And under that feed salon, they say hunger na one thing we need for tackle. So if hunger na one thing we need for tackle as a nation, they would wonder why the government want increase tax on the food we import as of now. 2, project for increase to 5% again. Then 3, a government will already spend more than $34 million into the rice production when they launched Summer Bomb. And when they launched Summer Bomb, the country noted the president are from the south and are from Bont and Atoma Bomb. Now the south and Bont district today. They say 35 families them stand, 35,000 families them stand for benefit because each family gets 1 hectare of land. And for the people who don't understand, 1 hectare of land is pretty much 2.4 acres of land. They also say that families and if they produce that rice day for that year day, if we don't see a yield, let's say on the upward, if you don't get like 60 bags per hectare, on the low end, you will get about 15 bags per hectare. So if you take that day for the whole year, if you look at a community or even a district, we will get almost 1,200,000 bags of rice on the low end, or almost 2 million and more bags of rice on the high end. But none of this will not see it. And 3 years later, we get a Minister of Agriculture, they say they still need $800 million for that project today. So if you get a government who can campaign on bread and butter issues, a government will say the one can feed Salone in the second term, a government will say they invest immensely in education, which, by the way, the educational investment by the previous government was sufficient. We get subsidy in tertiary education, which by all measure are the most expensive type of education. So, primary and secondary education, we talk about schools, then we get 2-shift system. And as we talk, by the way, take the all school and they on that 2-shift system. Government now will spend for even building infrastructure for their schools and they. Yesterday I visited a school in the community, Salone International Mission School. We then still on 2-shift system. And the cry to the ambassador, U.S. ambassador, is that they need more classrooms for hosts both morning and afternoon shift. And we tell this government, say, if you're going to say we want quality education, let's invest in infrastructure. Now we remove the 2-shift system. We come, they say they get school feeding programs, but we don't say all the schools they know will benefit from that school feeding program. Then again, they don't say they don't spend for education. Then now we don't come to agriculture and take to the 6 years, tomorrow will say no, we'll get a bag of rice. It will tell you, say, the government don't fail for feed the people of this country. And the president also go on record for state, say, the second part of the 5 big, now human capital development. And he say, if people will not eat, if people will not get nutrition, if people will not grow for be healthy citizens, then all the thing about human capital development will be zero. Then it will tell you, say, this government pretty much does fail for create the human capital development, what them posting and they can do by introducing the free quality education, and indeed agriculture what they can feed the people are still hungry.
You make mention of issue where plenty people don't look at them and send them back to one of the members of parliament. Say governments don't make law, we rest when at the stable food, where during the days where President Bio be the campaign, it be make mention of rest will be expensive at that time, where it been about 200,000. Now we all know the price for quality, yes, if you want for eat them, waiting it will cost you. And that send me back to the members of parliament saying, where plenty people on the question, so if we take the Finance Act, for example, the increase will be different price then. Now, one of the members of parliament saying, we agree for the government to do that increase. How one don't represent the people in terms of negotiating and ensure say when laws like that they go to parliament for address the bread and butter issues, one of the members of parliament then fully represents waiting at the interest of the people. How not only play on
well, absolutely. If we always refer the people into the records. Waiting we see in a parliament at that material time when the finance bill became a parliament, before it become an act. And we advise government bench because at the dinner they well which we say an increment on the price of the subsidy, increment to 5% on removing that subsidy and introducing that 5% excise duty on rice. You know will benefit Salone. You know will help the people them. You know will say the can feed Salone, then you can kill Salone. Those were our exact words. But indeed, they reject that offer. They say, let them remove her. And therefore, remember, from 2008 to 2009, the former government of the All People's Congress removed that excise duty on rice because they believe, say, the people in this country don't need that extra burden. And we remind government, say, if they add that 5% per the excise duty per rice, eventually, that 5% now the cost will the consumer therefore pay for. Because the person with the import rates no will pay for that 5%. The person with the import rates, if not 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000 therefore add per your own bottom line, which now your own cost, we transfer into the final consumer. So the government said they can raise revenue for let them feed Salone, we then get the Islamic Development Bank who they give money to the project. They get the other banks who they give money to the project. Then why if you say if you can introduce 5% for let you help the Feed Salone program. Now 5 years, 1 year down the road, we see now waiting West Lobby for 650,000 to 1,200,000. And at the same time, we still not going to get one bag of rice from the project owner say, they can't put for implement. We all know, say yes, we need better seeds for plants. We also know, say we need improved variety of seeds for plants. But we also note back, say yes, we need for invest in mechanized farming. And of course, we believe, say yes, budget on agriculture need for day. But misplacing your priorities, no will get the results you want. And another result we don't see right now.
All right, Honorable, they come back to you. Honorable Johnny, just listen to Honorable Unfa. They talk about misplacing priorities. The bio-led administration, they misplace their priorities, or then they put their priority right. We come back tackling issues that we get for do with the citizen and welfare. We now they discuss now this morning.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe the bio-led government don't do everything humanly possible for put this country back on track. We did on records in time past. Let's start with the education system. Everything about book learning, with man book learning, is start in Sierra Leone. Now we've been the export people, educated people in Nigeria, na the Gambia, na Ghana, and all the rest. Along the line, we miss track. We country become one of the highest illiterate country in the world. When President Bio came, he decided for introducing free quality education. How he began for implement them. How you go for take this education to the doorstep? People will say, no, well, we'll not see nothing, but we believe, say, like a will come out from the provinces. Me own village to Kweduton, now about 48 miles. We get school day. Where MPSC result in the commot, with me a teacher been there for the worker from that 48 miles for can access me result. Wait today, where result come out, as long as there is internet na that place, now they make people in the Sidon then they get. MPSC will only get 7 centers and Kono. Today, each district chiefdom na Sierra Leone across 190 chiefdom. Nobody know the commodity for good seat MPSC na company chiefdom. Everybody get a center. We bio-led government they on record for don't employ the highest number of teachers, for don't approve the highest number of schools in this country. You don't understand? Okay, that day don't be. Then we come down back to this Feed Salone project. This Feed Salone project, the way I've been the give the analysis about what we need for put in place, so that we be able for the on track, especially for this first business. You understand? And I believe say all them things and in 2018 when the president win, waiting for Sidu, they make sure say count a lot of tractors. And then tractors and they give them to service provider then are all in the street then. And government also been paying for people then we want to do farming, let them go take them tractor then they. You don't understand? For 2 years now, government been pay. The tractor they sit on the. We sit on there, we want the rest be cheap, but now rest where them we don't pull na Thailand now wallet be cheap. Now come to this question we asked my brother about this import duty where they say the bio-led government don't impose. They don't impose them. This is not a new tax. You know, let we be sincere and honest. Let me go back to the records. In 2018, the former President Ernest by Koroma government now input 10%. 2014. And this everybody they listen we let them go take 2014 Finance Act. Let them work out. They introduce 10% per duty. You know for cow trust in this country. When President Bio come, he pull that 10%, it means zero. But along the line, we find out say the world being hit by, or the world be hit by serious challenges. We make the cost of production and even the freight charge increase. You don't understand? We all know. First, we go buy container in China. Then we go China. Now, been something like $6,000 now they pay. But now you are talking about $14,000 to $18,000 for cows just 20 feet container in this country. So the freight prices are also increased. You don't understand? So then they make the prices of rice increase. Okay, when we come. We not put, not to impose. Now, like waiting in the day, We say, okay, this was there, but we remove them because of XYZ reason. But now we set the car with your program. When are these feeds are done program? We go, I don't know money. Don't know. The person will tell you, say, Kadija, I can't give you. But not me say, if you know you get for tie rope na in total. But you save me for this somewhere. Then say, when they talk what na you back, he said the crop the chest. So we need forget we own small thing, whether don't not come. We say for you forget we don't make. Okay, as a result, let us come back to this duty. You know understand? We've been doing rice. But how we go for drum? We the first put 5%. You understand? After which we put another 5% in the border year.
A lot of people don't see us saying a burden on the citizen, looking at the minimum wage and removing some of the subsidies there where government be they give for cushion the citizen them.
Of course, but we all found out, see, you know, we live in a society wherein people left for exploit any opportunity we make available. Imagine the time where they may not pull at us. We the hope say the importers and they for don't reduce the price of rice. But yes, still we see the thing skyrocket. You don't understand? So it means the thing when they reflect. They saw the government say, okay, Lord pull this thing because the thing they become more expensive on the people, and they think the people still they put the price up. So it means that the businessman will benefit.
But Honorable, based on what's in Honorable Umfa don't say just now, governments don't fail in terms of addressing the issues of bread and butter, especially the campaign line where President Biobi used that time for that in debates for the 2018 election. We get for do with rest, for example, when are the staple food. For you, government don't able for address that staple food rest, all man able for get access to them, a affordable.
My sister, as I talk to you, me rest. Now people now let go they pardon discussion yeah. Now I know the price of a bag of rice.
You know the barriers?
I know the barriers. You don't understand? Because since President Bio come, we go then tractor the upline. That was there and then. We at the consume me and my family at the consume 20 bag of rice per year. So now I say okay, well now me home rest and pin our water. We then pin from other country with all preservation. They don't put it. Me no want. If you go na me old self right now, they tell you only cook and then picking and not sabi white rice in taste. You know, if I eat white trespass, I go visit somebody, maybe because of friendship sake, let not feel bad. You don't understand? I do my own farming. So, if this was what everybody, you don't understand, be not say, okay, we know they even export. Okay, Lord say we not export ourselves because me not they sell on the market. But me don't come up at this like marriage.
How everybody go do that like you? Where, for example, you make mention, say, from where President Bioka the tractor them. Not everybody get access to the tractor, yeah. Not everybody get access to the materials and stuff for use for plants. How everybody go plant the rest? Okay. Where they not get access to the thing they need for do that.
All right. Now, the land and they we only see the land and they you don't understand up there. Majority of we are landowners in the interiors. They call them machine there. Then do the broadcast. By then I was not an MP. Me have been just simple dragman. You don't understand? But me a farmer. Now I say okay, well now when they knock out this mechanized one so now, they say I left this cutlass. I decide for explore that opportunity there, and at the go na the place, approach the on the way now the service provider then. You know understand? For let them make the machine available to me.
So this rest way they say in you the plants, you and your family, una don't know waiting a white rice. Now for your family no more, you the plant.
No, well, what we decide that okay, when we hear about food self-sufficiency, it starts from the home. You don't understand? You cannot give what you don't have. Okay, now me not go able for export for sell and market. I not get that upper hand for do. But me let me pull me much for this white rice. So I apply a strategy.
But Honorable, what they talk now is not about you.
Yeah, it's not about me.
It's about the general citizens.
Yeah, the general citizens.
And every year in here out, the social government they don't harvest plenty rest. But this same rest when they plant na Salone for feed Salone, you're gonna market it not available, or if it is expensive past the other the import.
Very good. Yeah, thank you very much, sister. Well, can they say, well, you know, they say Anaya. When people in Kennedy and say, well, then they call neighboring countries. Yada, yada is cheap. The start. If you go to Balamoya now, you don't understand Balamoya checkpoint. You see the palm boy rice in 20 tire trucks, 20, 30, 50. When they say na Guinea rest people, na then they go sell us. When you go na Jendema, you see you trucks, then they move for go across Liberian border for go sell rest. You don't understand? These are all rice from Sierra Leone. What I'm saying here is, the rice, if we for feed itself na this country, now the initiative President Beyond us start so, because this one of harvest not go able for feed we. That one is sure. Until we begin quartal harvesting. Every 3 months, if we're able for do, and not to pick harvest, for be bumper harvest. You don't understand? If you go now na Tomabom, I'll tell you, the 6 tons away then na Tomabom. The ox rice that the cadares then pack na the stores. For one main reason, we need an integrated miller machine. What we call the rest. That rest is don't need for put inside that machine. Now the distoner, now they reduce the moisture content. Now for let the rest dry. In Milan, in Baga. These machines already government don't purchase them. The installation later go on.
Honorable, earlier you've been talking about the import duty, where you say they be don't introduce since the former government then term. And this particular import duty on rice, what they talk, they forced into suspend them inside 2019 due to global economic crisis. Yes. And they reintroduce them again inside the 2024 Finance Act. And a lot, so inside the misinformation come inside there?
Well, the misinformation sometimes I go say partially it is to ourselves, because now we about power, I mean, not to Liberty TV, they talk about the media. You don't understand?
But the information where they out there, now that's enforced suspender in 2009.
Yes.
And reintroduced again
in suspender in 2019.
2009.
Yeah. No, 2019. It was introduced. It then at the 2014 Finance Act. Now they impose 10% import duty or rice.
They tell you now say they suspend that in 2009 and reintroduce that inside the 2024 Finance Act. That is the right information out there. But they come back to you quickly. Love bring in again Honorable on fire. When they talk about this feed salon, you don't listen to it in Honorable Johnny don't talk. And the feed salon, a lot of people concerned say if every year we they hear about bomber harvest to the happen, but if you go to the market, forget access to the local rest where they plant now, it's very difficult. If self you see them, it go quite expensive than waiting in the import camp. And apart from rest, we get a market series in Dunaya every week. Also, reporter in the Gona market ask for prices for tin there when they go now. You find out it's very expensive. Also, you think say the issue there with this whole feed salon project we make up till now, reflect on the lives of the citizens.
Thank you very much, Khadija, for asking that question. And I think pretty much one, there's a mismatch with what's they happen and what's in the border they talk to. One, if we say we get tons of trucks where they go with rest in a neighboring country, Guinea. In a country where one feed in your own country, in a country where you know to see the locally produced rice in the market, it will tell you say one, the government don't fail for protect the interests of the people. Because if that rice they not will make an away market for influence the price of the imported rice. By the way, I want to tell brothers say me I still eat white rice, unfortunately. Because now you're available. We know get the palm boy rice, we know get the rest of the plants. So now white rice are they eat just like all the people that they eat. Secondly, when the government say the one can feed salon, they don't say the one can increase the tax on rice for them feed salon. When they put their strategy out, they say they get for boost agricultural productivity through and also the marine resources. So meaning if you don't can feed Salone to agriculture no more, marine and fisheries back for play a role in them. They also say back, they believe say revenue that are direct in enablers, revenue from mining sector, revenue from the tourism sector, and also the informal sector for play a role in feeding Sierra Leone. But to answer the brother back and the people of this country say, the major challenge which make the government not able to see the subsidy where APC be don't remove from us, now the exchange rate. Because the people don't import rice, now foreign currency they never pay for that rest day. And if the exchange rate is horrible as it was and it has been for so many years, you know, expect the businessman say he will purchase at a lower price for let can sell at a lower price. So the government be able to fix the exchange rate to a number way very comfortable for the businessman. Then eventually they will not see that reduction in the price of rice. But government not will fix that, and because they don't will fix that, they run back and say no can collect the tax. And indeed, in the statements, in the position of the Minister of Finance at that time, he said they lost a lot of revenue from rice, tax collection from rice. The businessman alone will bring the price down, so then they can't collect their own money. But we not do the requisite intervention, because the requisite intervention at that time would have been to see how they will ameliorate the free fall of the exchange rate. And that free fall of the exchange rate will make the price constantly high. So we appeal to government. I take this opportunity again for appeal to government. Say this 5% in order for work for feed Salone. The 5% don't add to the burden. The 10% we don't put for that happen in 2025 in order for work. Let them work on the exchange rates. Let them reduce government expenditure so government will get more money for play with. When government do that and fix the mining sector and let them work on that 30%, when we say all mining company for repatriate back in Salone. When they work on them 30% day on that repatriation day for lot of the foreign currency, we're going to fix the foreign currency, we're going to bring the cost of imported rice down. Then eventually we all as Sierra Leoneans we put one under for all the Feed Salone project work. The Feed Salone project, not to APC, not to SLPP project alone, and the people of this country their own project, because if we will feed yourself, the yourself we will come out from the hunger. We do 117 out of 127 countries there. Guinea, they 95. Sierra Leone, they 117. And they carry all rest in Guinea. So it tells you that the government is not doing something right.
After the June 2023 elections to now, the Feed Salone initiative, you feel say achievable based on what you don't see so far? Is it achievable?
I want to believe it's achievable, but I don't see it happening soon. I want to encourage government for continue for work. Because at the talk, I said that talk and say, any government to the campaign for lead this nation, for help, for see how you will feed this country. Any government. Which means, even we as APC, when we intend for take over governance, we will feed this country here. And we need for work on agriculture, and we need for work on marine and fisheries. And we need for work on all the other sectors they will put, even the mining sector, will see how revenues from the mining sector they will help agriculture. We need to do that for this nation. We need for mechanized farming. We need for get improved crop variety. Then they need for do them. But this government not failed so far. And it's going to 7 years and they've not done it. And they campaigned on bread and butter. And they campaigned to reduce the bag of rice from 200,000 to a lower amount. And now if we are talking 1,200,000, then absolutely this government don't miss the direction.
What do you think that they miss the direction?
One, are them policies them. Two, them put their priorities wrong. When they say they invest on education, which by the way the government before them was investing immensely in education, but the rest not be so expensive. The exchange rate was stabilized. So pretty much we own policies and fiscal policies and also expenditure, government debts don't go up. Internal and external debts don't go up. As we talk, on the 3rd of November, IMF just gave Salone back $238 million. Not excellent credits, not loan, not external debts. And then rates they're still high. Those are debts the people of this country will have to pay. So IMF, when you say they in good books of IMF, that means as a nation you're doing well economically on the ground. It means you are meeting the conditionality set by your creditor, meaning the person they give money, they loan you. They meet your own conditionalities, but you people they still they suffer. And record does show say countries where they get a lot of debt from IMF or World Bank, they always get good reports from the people in terms of the cost of living, and we see the cost of living of this country going up on an upward trajectory.
Talk just say make mention say you know be even know the awaiting rest cost, how much rest cost the market because you know they eat imported rice. Now you know homegrown food they eat so it comes to rest business. The Feed Salone initiative. You feel say the people of Salone ready for this initiative? If we look at the angle where they come from, say everybody for farm.
Not everybody go to plant race. Not everybody get land for plant race. Not everybody get access to machinery. Not everybody get access to fertilizer. Yes, a good follow we farm. But the one that they farm back, they for get the food they want to eat. The government has a responsibility for do that. The government gets a social contract to the people of this country. And the government will meet on that social contract, which is reduce the cost of living, reduce the burden on the ordinary Israelian, ensure that the Pekin will go to school, ensure that the Pekin gets good health care, and also ensure say the people that will live in an environment where they feel free out of suppression and humanitarian issues are not to concern. The government get that obligation to them people there. Not to we all go to plant rest. Not to we all get access to the fertilizer they come on the Ministry of Agriculture. Of course, we know in this country, everything that comes from government is politicized. So if you're not there in the favor of the government, there's a possibility that you will not get it. So for all the other millions of Sierra Leone will not get that favor, do you expect them for it rest what they plant? No. Therefore, we go and buy rest what they will eat. And you don't want to recollect, you say, when I get a program, I follow a program back where the woman talk and say, they go na Bombay market. The woman say, they use for cook 10 corporates now. Now 5 corporates they cook. And then a reality, a very harsh reality. And some people they talk about bag of rice, but who see I don't know about bags of rice. So they don't want to market every day, they ration for by cups. And now if you talk about the best recipe you want to eat, now 8,000 units per cup. And if you go to the one you don't want to eat, but you go one for it, now 6,000 units per cup. And if you multiply that by the number of cups per half bag or full bag, you will find out say at the end of the month, the person with the ration, they pay up to 1,500,000 for a full bag of rice.
Okay, Honorable Fa. Lord bringing again, Honorable Johnny. For let the Feed Salone program become a success, everybody need for come on board. As a government, how we go ensure say we create the enabling environment for encouraging more people for go into farming, so that the Feed Salone will become successful.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Star. First of all, they can just get a quick look at what my brother say about rice going out of Sierra Leone. With the operating and called free market economy, we all know say na trade liberalization and now data. You know for say this was here. The person who say if he say na they profits na they go sell the market. You don't understand? Because if you stop and say no can go the best way can do na for either no go broke, no one foresee to line business again. Okay, let's cut down to this waiting will make this thing happen. This government don't even put money aside in a central bank. I don't understand. For other than one for back on farming, go there, you go take this thing at a zero rate. You don't understand? They get little or not way for pay as a profit per that particular thing. The tractors are all over the place. Government don't put this thing to service providers. Go there now, money day, we go able for go take the debt. If you want to go start farming, the machine with the fertilizers are there. But until my brother say well, we all know say anything they come out to government, they politicize. So it don't automatically tell you say they tell we President Ernest by Koroma Binde. Anybody we anything the one don't get political connection, then they not benefit. You don't understand. But I want to tell you say in this case, we SLPP, the whole government, na different scenario. Because if you go now na Rukupu, you go Mambolo, you go Kichon, you go Kobia, You see the extensive agricultural undertaking where they go on. Now them places and the only challenge we'll get like for this year. When we get this heavy downpour of rain, we know see all the stream the way they are inside and the source now from Guinea, where Guinea say get excess rain. We find out say flooding take place, it cover some of them farmland and some of them make they destroy. But make her answer some of the questions they also owner been they try for put to me brother about this importation of rice. Records day, how many tonnage of rice will be the import? Now this country, before the introduction of this free salon program, my sister, I can tell you now with all authorities, we come out. White rice is strange. You don't understand? It's strange because we not believe no more say. I've not for left the provinces for now Canada for begin for sell media and trade raw cassava. You don't understand? Pay body. So
they say people where they live in the provinces, for example, they live a better life where it comes to the bread and butter issues.
Of course, yes. When you go,
things are not expensive in the provinces.
When you go there, kono 10 million cassava. 5% not done. Free to na again to 3 scoop in the said in the donor.
So now free to no more they get the hardship.
Oh, because free to 100% will depend from the underway commander. You think of transportation cost and other things already make some of storage. If the person pull he pay transport, he can pay his bill. All are nigga for hard by the prices. But wait till I tell you. When you go now the provinces presently, my sister, we own country thing the way they produce.
Facts then are the provinces where things are less expensive.
I tell you for example, who send me come out, Kono. You don't understand? We go a bag of cassava. We them will send us on 10 at 350 or almost now 150 loan. A bag of cassava with the muscle. Right now, why they tell you so? A bag of this rice, this imported rice, this white rice. You don't understand? Rather than a volume. If you move beyond production. So
why the prices then different na Kono or not they buy different side?
No, not I tell you about when you go there, you they meet where you go Koroma you park. You then on the Luma. You they meet the locally produced rice. You did Boku. You don't understand? So now you the alternator now. Say well, because some man, I want to take into cognizance back because we will not let for eat this locally produced rice for quite a long time. I have service some person say country rice in the floppy malt, while is a floppy malt. You don't understand? So as a result, some man they go now for the jasmine, say nice stuff and all of that. But when we own Bele used to that country rice, so then they produce so. You don't understand? As I talk to you, if you go now Koroma in park now for you only they sell a day. Country rice. So
that magic way they play na Kono, why in order replica na other parts in the country?
Well, because we decide for embark in extensive agriculture, even though we not get bully. You understand? We will not get bully.
We still need for go na Kono and get the views.
Very good.
Other citizens in other parts of the country, because I believe listening to news to so many people where they watch you this morning for say things are very less expensive, affordable like Kono, and other parts in the country still they grumble say things are expensive.
They tell you where you go there on Monday, sleep go there Sunday, you go there, then you don't understand. Okay. You go na Kono park, lorry park. You don't understand? Because now that day Monday they get the Luma. Where the car would come from the interior. You know, as let's see trucks, over 10, 15 trucks, they come out all across this country. Would I go buy cassava, would I go buy rice, would I go buy potato, would I go buy this? As I tell you, so we know per mindset, na Kono, you don't understand? It now something like 2 million for that milk cup, then 4 million for the pint. You don't understand? Because we will get a day. Now send now export now the exporter. You know so let the other people also spy from the I believe say the district council chairman was here. If not to Yabo, I think now you are
good place for live right now. I miss the hardship people they cry for.
Oh yes, if you go there, if you go Kono right now, you don't understand what they produce will harvesting season. You get everything fresh. Then me as I say no more bed, I don't go up.
All
right, so now we'll continue
for joining at some point.
Thank you.
Continue for the program. In case you just tune in, they watch the breakfast show live on Liberty Online Television, and today we look at the citizen and welfare and assess how the bill-led administration, the strategy they use for ensure they cater for the citizen welfare, especially for them for it. Now that they implement the Feed Salone program, we lawmaker in the studio. We get Honorable Tamba Simeon Johnny Ideaso from the SLPP, and we get Honorable Dr. Umfa Soriji Koroma NCFDASO from the APC, and they represent people in the Western Urban District. We also in the spokesperson for the APC Member of Parliament there. We will talk to Honorable Johnny from the Salone People's Party, SLPP. We are according to Ram in the comments from Kono, and Kono is a better place for live right now because according to Ram, especially on Mondays when they can get in Luma, things are very reasonable and accessible in that part of the country. When we come Honorable Umfa, before we can listen to the views of Salone people, we didn't think about the 6 years of President Bio in terms of the welfare of the people. But let me just come over to you, Honorable Umfa. You in the Western area, now news for you say, Kono a better place for live right now when it comes to the bread and butter issues. According to Honorable Johnny, especially on Mondays, now Kono you go there, you get food when locally produced food them at reasonable cost. Now news to you?
A big news to me, and I believe say my colleague here they paint a picture where will be a shocking news for every Sierra Leonean. But before I get to extensively on what they state, I want states say the increments on that tax they say be happened on 2014 during the APC-led government on rice. According to even the report from Ministry of Finance, where the Financial Secretary Matthew Dingy say it didn't have the Ministry of Finance communications. And if you allow me, I will read it. I say. Similarly, the Financial Secretary Matthew Dingy in the weekly government press briefing noted that the import duty tax on rice is not new in Sierra Leone, but was suspended in 2009 by the government due to the global crisis. It also states say, since the government they lost $18 million every year from that subsidy we governments give, then don't believe them for reintroduce them because on the cost of bag of rice because they don't see any benefits. And I cannot tell you say. They blame on the people who import rice, but it's blame squarely there on the government back because the government no will monitor the exchange rate. The brother also talk about the rest, say we're in a free market economy and anybody get rights for do what you want to do with produce. That is correct, but indeed if government say their role in this Feed Salone program, and if government say it make a flagship program, and government say they give subsidies to farmers, then I believe say government get a responsibility to ensure say they know whose side rest they go. Because you cannot just give an open blanket or give something out of free without conditions. So indeed, government will say one Feed Salone, they need money to how the rest they go because we know say perennially or even going as far back as 20 years now Salone, we know say people are more prone for smuggle goods out of the country. But if you say you want to change the dynamics on how people they feed and how people they survive, government for ensure so they monitor that and not for make any policy will not get strings. There should be strings tied to everything what they do.
So Honorable, the policy then they work. For example, the Feed
apparently
Salone,
they are not working.
The Feed Salone policy.
They are not working.
If project say with time, it might not start well now, but with time and the way how the government they put mechanism in place for implement them, you hopeful see it go work and then we will feed Salone people.
With the perception my colleague gets now, you know go work that with you. If you say the businessman free for taking anything out of Salone, you know we work that with it. Government for ensure say they monitor the activities there. If a big business is in conditions the way they operate within the jurisdiction, why do governments feel that they have to impose tax on certain products then? Now because government believes that they will need it for control. Similarly, if you say okay, law can do and improve the local content, how do you do that? Well, not just for support the production within the country, but also you make it difficult for the person to import for no one for import. Now the one thing that you do. But now when it comes to rest, if rest they go through the borders then, and then they kind of Freetown, then they kind of Bo, then they kind of go to Makini, then they go to the big towns then, the most populated towns that the cities in the country. Then you know say government need for see how they go redirect them produce them. We don't just the point say, okay, we don't get so many arrests now, so and so and yeah. We don't get agriculture officers and they go and go see what in happen. And just see the rest and they can't at all. We for take notes, we for stop take who that they make them production and they, or for see say they get them produced then they. And now they get away with the monitor fuel right now. And that way they go now the fuel station there, they go deep on them tanks them. And for see the content of the party fuel. And if that content they not show say the percentage of voting they party fuel they import a low in that tank they, and I essentially don't figure out say the fuel sellers then get where they get other fuel. Similarly, so now so government for do with them people they wouldn't say them get rest what they take out of Salone. But if government they do that, then government policy they fail. So everything just there in literature, everything just there in big talk, but we know they see the results. And we want to see the results. We tire for suffer. We tire for pay too much for rest. We tire for people like for the claims for say also claim but they say me salary na 1 million euros, rest na 1,200,000. How are we going to eat? How the person gonna go to get your money and gonna market? How the person going to preserve the food when life's not sustainable? How you going to put the pikin at school? When you say free education, but the pikin still it cost them close to 1,000 or 1 million euros for let them pikin go to school for the first day, but you say education free. So pretty much we talk say all the policies them it's just there on paper, but we are not seeing the reality. And government for lead on practicality, what the people that they experience on their daily lives. Today, as we talk, the American elections don't do like I did so. Why? It's because the people they say the cost of living, the economy bad. As much as America they say okay, we inflation not go down, but the other man not see and the fuel when you go buy. The other man not see and when you go to a grocery store. So as Sierra Leoneans, what we see is what we feel. And what we feel is what we talk. And what we talk is what the government should pay attention to. If government may pay attention and they say no more, now what they do, then the government don't miss the track. And they are not people-centered. They're all about paper and about the money that they will get based on what they put on paper.
Honorable Johnny, according to the words of Honorable Onfa, the government not people centered. Every una policy them in belief say you know they work and everything just stay in a pen and paper. No, they reflect on the lives of the citizens.
Let's take for example the free quality education the government introduced. A Pakistani beginning never go down that school this no Salonians. Salonians. You don't understand. They even make mention initially when they talk about shift system. We see so many schools there now. Like Annie Walsh, also I believe so they are now school. Also I myself go St. Edwards, Prince of Wales. You don't understand. Those schools are all FSSG. They all go return back to waiting to one shift system. You don't understand? Now, Sunday no more because, well, you know, like anything like crack in the same process, it no go just be one term. But I believe say the way still left the model, the Rokel. You don't understand? As time goes on, government will see how they're able to address them. You don't understand? And it make a very salient point, which myself they subscribe to. But that's not the role of we as MPs. If the Minister of Finance go with the finance bill and I will tell and say no. Now, what do they tell you now? We don't suspect, say, not to suspect, we believe, say, they are taking most of our product out of this country, maybe they go sell in our other country now. So what do they do? Until on a tell we stringent measures, they put, for let them bring their resident back na this tongue or na this country, we not go approve them bill. This is the role of we as members of parliament. Mrs. Award London in this country, AFRC, for 9 good months. The old been embargo, not to any sanction, embargo. Most of the kaya. But this entire country, now while they sold me eat. Not because the government, they see now what they go to and shoot you. And so all man they free die. You don't understand? So because of that day by then, all man they count the rest now. We know they say let them go shoot personal. But let government put and say, even like a PC and so on, if you hear they produce abaso, that abaso they produce. 80% for now or 90% of that rest make way they produce. It will be shown as a record for proof. That they support me brother for Andy 1,000%. You don't understand? But I'm telling you, it is people centered. People centered in the sense, the only way they benefit from her, They are not foreigners. They are Sierra Leoneans. You understand? So what they say, we as MPs also, we get role. Because when they take some of them here to we say for able to make your recommendation. And one thing we all need to know, especially who they operate this system of government. If President Biofi, as long as he said the parliament, he said don't feel low. Because there are 3 arms of government to get to. The legislative, the Usaudi, the executive, Usa President Biode, and cabinet ministers, and the judiciary. Now then 3 arms of government, and now then 3 arms and the main government. So if you left it on this other hand, when our role for play checks and balances, if you left it on, he fail. He say, oh, because now opposition, I will take him for campaign tomorrow. But in your conscience, you know, say you were part of that failure. So we serve as MP. This will be we role. You don't understand. For them, we serve, they make sure say we they come up with policies, we make recommendations like where this bill goes through. If we want to free Salone project oil water, we want we say road no day where goods and they perish. When I make road a day, let the goods and they go they count because remember that they all they count. Some of them say outside and they produce them here because accessible roads you know the roads are very challenging. Now Okada man in the car they load there. Imagine now somebody go put 3 bag rest per bike where they count and the cost. You don't understand? So now the recommendation there. So I support this brother 110% for make we force the executive arm of government say that ratio that they produce now. We not say na free market economy, but na put policies where we make people and begin for sell the rest now rather than they take and they can't go other country.
All right, Honorable, we will continue for the with the program. Well, we've been going to the streets of Freetown and talk to the citizens them, waiting themselves think about the policy or strategy the way the bill-led administration they use for their welfare, especially the organs for do with the Feed Salone program. And at this the citizen and think about the policy them.
Well, the initiative in the first place now be a laudable applaud, but you see, one thing about we leader them, they can say one thing and do the other thing. Because like me, I'm one person me commend the president in drive day. But as he say he speak but enough for manifest and which that not yield any fruit as it is now. You see, for do them project and you need first of all professionals. You need the will. You understand? And it is not all talk shop. I can't do this, I do this, I do this. The willingness for do them thing and they. Because if the president say they come they make a project Feed Sierra Leone, what's not the budget allocated for that project in the first place? And how will they go about them? And when are the professionals the way they bring about? I mean, you got to make sure say you bring that in, everybody for be aware and everybody will take them project as a baby project. But all them things are just talk shop. The president in dreams, in Feed Salone dream, well, you know come to realization as that. But maybe in the not too distant future it will happen. But as it is now, no.
In the first place, the president in flagship for this in second term, we will all be appreciative. We will all be welcome the idea. Because being that Feed Salone, as well know, rest. When we talk about Feed Salone, we talk about rest specifically for Sierra Leone. And but actually, in the actual fact, this Feed Salone actually, they reflect on the people. Not at all, because I've sold out towards the end of last year when even Parliament go to the extent for increased tax on imported rice. We don't have, we're not getting farm that I will feed myself. What is the president say Feed Salone? Yes, the program was good. But how on earth you go say Feed Salone, then you can increase tax on imported rice for the people, for young people then? How is that getting farm that will feed myself? How many people they make farm in this country own as commercialized farming? We're not getting reach 5% in this country. So the government come, the president say in flagship about Feed Salone, really it's an irony to me. It's an irony. Because you don't go say Feed Salone, they increase tax every year on imported food.
And the president and the government don't spend a lot with regards to that. This bread and butter issue has been the call for concern for every Sierra Leonean. That is why we always ask whether it is practical on ground, as opposed to not observe things that happen across the country.
No, actually, not practical on the ground. To be very honest with you, not practical at all. Because look at how price of bag of rice they go up every day. For this common rice, or other column, it's almost 1,000 leons now. What we call first 1 million. So how many Australians will be afford a bag of rice per month? How much the people? How much salary? Like for instance, I don't take out the police or the soldiers or other government workers. How much salary did they get? So they would put 1,000 for buy rice of a bag of rice. So you see, so not practical at all, my brother. It's not practical.
Well, it's practical because the government now a policy they deal with which they talk with the plan and they don't stutter. So for say not practical, a practical, but the only thing they need to improve on which they see and improve the project, because not every single one they benefit out of this, but actually they do their own best. But the only issue I see behind all these big salons is that are they monopolizing it, or is it one area the benefits? That is the problem. Because if we diversify, we diversify the program, then satisfy the program to every area and every region, then we understand say feed salon they in progress. But if you look at not to all the areas and districts and constituency, the benefits out of this feed salon, because with the list of areas they see, say they will give them which they want for them, will do their own agricultural project for them, will benefit out of whatever benefit. But for say feed salon, yes, the project they own, but the need for improvement on the way how they distribute the agricultural things to the people and the region.
The bread and butter issue I call for concern across the country where plenty people they don't advocate for let the president put more strength on. We want to know whether that particular issue if governments were able to achieve and for able to solve in the interest of the people of Salone.
Bread and butter issue has been a long-term problem at this country. Just that now people will take it. But things are very difficult. If you look at the trend of what happen, things are very difficult because when you think about the product things and where they come in and the thing they produce, everything high.
All right, we continue the breakfast show, and that's now voice of people around Freetown, where they self-contribute to the topic who they look at this morning. Well, they go now online and take few of our messages they wanna don't send, they'll go come to Honorable Member of Parliament and for respond, they'll go wrap up the program. The first one they take now from YouTube, it comes from Mohamed Bangura. He said the unavailability of food in the country is a growing concern towards achieving sustainable development goals. If the government want to feed Salone, let them empower all farmers across the country.
All right, we look at more messages. This one we're going to look at for the Mustafa Trade as say, Honorable Kono is not a rice growing district, so where is the exported rice coming from?
This one from Suze. Now YouTube, they say they ask you about agriculture and you are talking about education. Where are those tractors? Where are they working? Who has the tractors? With 10%, we are seeing results, and your 100%, we are not seeing anything.
All right, to look at more messages. This other one from Lamin Sisse on the Facebook, he said, please don't provoke the people of Kono. This is not nice.
This one from Mohamed Bangwana YouTube, they say the wage bill is contributing to the unavailability of food in the country. There are too much appointments of party members playing double roles in this position. Invest in deep rural agriculture.
For the Mustafa Ture again, he said if politics is not about lying, the SLPP politicians is deliberately telling the public something that is out there. I will not talk about impossible feed Salone, but the rice import duty was introduced by this administration without any doubt. The Kono people will be angry with this man for saying such a thing.
Jal Songo, na YouTube, they say the rationale behind feed Salone is that Sierra Leoneans should domesticate individual initiative to utilize ancestral land to cultivate agriculture. Government cannot do enough for all and sundry. All right, well, we'll take few more message, then we'll come back to the member of parliament. This one, they say, the rise in Kono is 7,000 leons, not 4,000 leons.
All right, this one at the text line. This person said the government has allocated funds in the central bank for individuals interested in engaging in farming. This other message said the government has failed to address the fundamental economic issues affecting the people's daily lives.
All right, from the messages, and they quickly, Honorable Johnny, then we'll hand to Honorable Umfa for wrap-up.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to say plenty thank you to the one the way we go interview live, and the one the also we don't send messages na the various medium for this program. They encourage everybody, let we all continue for watch Liberty TV, because in the count the waiting we want for the every day. And on that note, that my brother, the first one way the interview, he say, well, na talk. My brother, one day, you know, say, even this world way God makes us out this, he started to talk, where God say, let there be light. Now talk God talk and before it happen. You don't understand. So whatever you are doing, you have to say it first. You don't understand. Then you walk, you match your word with actions. Like I say, the things are out there. Government don't do everything humanly possible. Let me also apply this PC and Son formula. This now Indian people and they can do business. We can get this bully landlord on a local masama. Who know they exploit as unions and all the rest. Then people are delicate today. Then they export pepper. Then they export okra. Then they export yabas. You don't understand? Then they produce huge yabas in this country. So for level for people self, we almost say under the structural adjustment program in the 80s. I know I'm going to. I know I'm drag people into that history there. IMF and World Bank don't know say government not to businessman. What thing government they do is they make the enable environment so that we able to do whatever we want to do. Agriculture also na business. So now make government don't put money, government don't count machineries, government don't count fertilizer, government don't count seeds. Let we explore the opportunities and they to we own benefit. You don't understand? And agriculture. Now, if we all embark on it, you know the field. Now, the only investment and the way me I come up on, but me I know dig that man, not say that much me. People then can provoke me. Then say, well, why you know they mind that man? Now I say, well, that man na mercury or na lotto. You know me say we I guess it happen. But agriculture, one no say I don't put this me rest. But if I don't get profit, but the one bag I put it must give me that me one bag back. You don't understand? So agriculture, Koroma can say fear my danger. Bush not the greedy person. You don't understand? So let we all go back on agriculture. Now we go able for make let this country go before. So now this at the left, the listening public. Let we patient. Agriculture not going for be just a day, a take off as it take off like a plane. It don't do up na the place. Government they put the structure in place so that very soon and pretty soon we will get there by the grace of God.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to respond to Honorable Simeon Johnny in position on Parliament and role in the bill. And of course, it's clear, we don't talk in so many platforms that we as an opposition be there against the tax increments they on rise. And we advise the government bench, we are representation pretty much of the government, that it was not timely for them to increase their taxes and they. But we know say when bills come to Parliament and also certain agreements, na collection of voices, not to vote. And even if na vote, we are a minority in Parliament from these concluded elections. So the only thing we get now we voice. So we voice, we believe say na for say we dey against them. And we tell government then say it was not timely. Of course, as we talk now, we advise government for change the policy. And why use this platform law call on government for remove them taxes here? And let government follow another approach for see how go feed Salone. Because we all want feed Salone. And indeed, the callers and states like the one we left in message talk about expenditure. If government expenditure not so high, government will get more for spend on agriculture. If government expenditure not high in terms of the wage bill, government will not need for pay everybody. The revenue from taxes go put on agriculture. The revenue from the mining sector, tourism, go put onto agriculture. So let government re-strategize and policy for see how go feed Salone, because we in the opposition believe so for feed Salone, but the policies and just they in the wrong direction. Of course, the other person talk about domesticating individual initiative. Not a government wanging go budwam. Indeed, not a government wanging go budwam, but through government policies, you would direct how things they happen. Now we could elect government. So year in, year out, or elections after election, with the change government because believe say the one government not do what the people of this country want to follow do. The other person talk about the unavailability of food. Indeed, the SDG and the feed Salone, they align them in the medium national development plan. One law see how the government will follow that plan. Let not just be on paper. Let's see how we are going to use the private sector for boost agricultural productivity. How we are going to monitor the food that they produce in this country for ensure say they go into the shops them, they go into the markets there. I think say we as a country also need for begin changing the narrative. Not begin talk about rice by cup of rice than bag of rice. Because majority of the people they know will buy one bag rice. Now cups of rice. So if we would talk how much cup of rice person eats every month, we're going to calculate how much money that person need to spend. If we know say that person when you salary in 1,000 loan, they spend 1,500 loans per rice per month, we will see in real time how much expenditure or the impossibility for that person for even living in this country. And we call on government for listen to the opposition, because the opposition, not to just a government in waiting, but the opposition also get the voice of the people, and the opposition not the oppose just to oppose, but we are profiling alternatives. And when Sierra Leone thrive, we all as Sierra Leoneans go be better off.
All right, many thanks, honorable members. We want to join with this morning for can look at this topic. We get for do the welfare of the citizens, them especially we campaigning for it, and we'll talk about the Feed Salone initiative where President Bill been with now in second term of office, where he believes say now in policy that for ensure say them feed Salone people them and self stop for spend plenty copper for import rest for Kamla the country. Well, we get Honorable G. Koroma, where now the spokesperson for the APC member of parliament, MSF, they represent people in the Western Urban District, and we get Honorable Tamba Simeon Johnny, in a SLPP member of parliament, and they represent people in Akono. Instead be there this morning can give your own perspective on how if you say as a government then go implement this policy for feed all man as Salone. Well, now the end the program.
Please subscribe to my new YouTube channel Don CLIN and hit the notification bell to be notified for new videos.